So, with all of this in mind, we now answer the question, how do we become a hub? What follows are the simple steps. While every hub's journey of joining the UTC is unique, the following steps are illustrative of the process. The list below is categorized into the three stages of discovery, pilot, and rollout, and is meant to be descriptive rather than prescriptive. Step 1 is discovery. A leader in a particular city sends an inquiry to StreetSoms through the website, expressing their interest in formal alignment as a UTC hub. StreetSoms will establish regular calls with the potential hub leader for relationship building and to share our vision and mission. The potential hub leader will be invited to attend one of the UTC quarterly virtual gatherings with other UTC hubs. Step 2 is pilot. A representative from StreetSoms will plan a site visit, virtual or in person, where a more in-depth overview of the UTC and hubs is discussed. Potential hub leaders will be invited to attend the StreetSoms Institute that is hosted in October every other year in a different city of the collaborative. While this is not a required step for formal alignment as a UTC hub, it is strongly encouraged when possible based on resources and timing. Further, StreetSoms hosts weekly and monthly virtual gatherings that can be attended by pilot hubs as a way of engaging with the wider UTC community. These gatherings include a preaching peace table, where we discuss each week's lectionary text, and a monthly service hosted by the ordained community where we remember our shared vocation and call. Step 3 is rollout. The StreetSoms representative that has been in relationship with the potential hub makes a recommendation that the new hub and its leadership be formalized as a UTC hub site with a signed Memorandum of Understanding, or MOU. The recommendation is considered by the senior management team, and when approved, the MOU is signed and the hub is official. In this section, we want to discuss how the UTC measures impact. We recognize that leadership formation is a long obedience in the same direction. There are no shortcuts. We make the road by walking, and very often it looks like 3 steps forward and 2 steps back, punctuated by spectacular failure. And yet, when we take the long view, we have developed a way to measure faithfulness, which is what matters most when it comes to formation. As we have mentioned many times, this is a learning community with a shared framework that asks questions. A posture of curiosity and learning is built into everything the UTC does. The questions and contextual answers that bubble up from local hubs are core to how we assess our work so that we can share our learnings with the network. Therefore, evaluation is both quantitative and qualitative. The quantitative elements are meant to help both the local hub and the UTC measure concretely the work being done around the world to free up leaders. Key data is collected quarterly or annually. For example, the number of cohorts gathered, the number of leaders in these cohorts, and the portion of a hub's budget that is dedicated to formation. The qualitative elements focus on how the incarnational framework is coming alive in the local hub's formation of leaders. Key data is collected annually with questions like, are local leaders being freed up to love and serve? What are the stories of our collective work of freeing leaders? How are we applying the framework in our formation? Finally, although lived experience and anecdotes already provide strong evidence that the framework when applied in a local context is transformational and impactful, we have also developed a way to test our impact empirically using social science methodology. By designing measures for the framework's main concepts, we can predict leadership outcomes in network members that align with the concepts of see, do, be, free. Having answered the main questions of what the UTC is, as well as the role and responsibilities of hubs, we will now take a closer look at StreetSoms, which cultivates the UTC and partners with local hubs. First, here is a brief history of StreetSoms, which has always had a single objective: to develop incarnational leaders for the sake of the city. Since 1999, we've developed thousands of incarnational leaders in partnership with inspired leaders in 35 cities and 23 countries. Here are 5 distinct organizational evolutions. 1.0 Philadelphia Roots. StreetSoms traces its roots to 1996 as a youth worker training initiative of the Pew Charitable Trust called the Philadelphia Project for Youth Ministry, or PPYM. In 1999, the PPYM project became its own organization, incorporated as MUD Inc., which stood for Making Urban Disciples. MUD Inc. continued to train and equip youth workers in urban churches throughout the greater Philadelphia and Camden area. In 2001, when funding dissipated, MUD Inc. was mothballed but not disbanded. The board continued to meet to discern the way forward. 2.0 Urban USA Expansion. Between 2002 to 2005, the work of MUD Inc. became a joint program of Bakke Graduate University and World Vision to train urban youth workers in 9 U.S. cities. In 2005, MUD Inc. was renamed the Center for Transforming Mission, or CTM. 3.0 Global Reach. Between 2005 and 2013, CTM trained more than 3,000 leaders in 26 cities and 14 countries. We established an international program office in Nairobi. Through our partnership with Resonate Global Mission, we established work in Guatemala City and Santo Domingo. In June 2013, CTM became 4 independent organizations: CTM Kenya, CTM Dominican Republic, CTM Guatemala, and the CTM Resource Center located in Tacoma. 4.0 A Global Training Organization. In 2014, the CTM Resource Center in Tacoma adopted the name Street Psalms and continued to partner with a global network to develop incarnational leaders. During this time, the Hub strategy continued to develop, and the Urban Training Collaborative matured into an organic movement of hubs. 5.0 A Religious Order. In January of 2023, the Street Psalms Board voted unanimously to incorporate as a religious order. We first began ordaining leaders to the vocation of formation in 2010. As of 2023, there have been 29 leaders ordained to this vocation. What began as a training initiative focused on developing local youth workers in Philadelphia has become a religious order that develops incarnational leaders who are free to love and serve. We do this by cultivating a global network through the Urban Training Collaborative, forming leaders through the Street Psalms Hub, and co-creating models of social innovation through the Street Psalms Design Studio.